Hi guys, Momo here from Momo Pirates, and today I'm here with Paul Holmes, aka Everyday Clutch, and we call him Polly.
Hi
So,
guys.
so first off, I just want to say I know I can speak for all of the Arizona One Piece community by saying congratulations for winning the national championship. Has the reality set in yet?
No, not at all. It still feels weird seeing my name and face on like Twitter and TikTok, YouTube, and everybody that's like contacted me these last few days. So it hasn't hit me yet, but I think it was like the next morning I woke up and I was like tearing up because I was like, man, I'm the Nats champ. Like that's crazy. Like me out of all people.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it definitely has not settled in yet.
Well, it's very much deserved, and we're really proud of you.
Thank you.
Going back to that day, do you remember any matchups in particular?
Man, so I had my invites. Thankfully, I didn't have to do the LCQ because man, that was people that did that was insane. Like I couldn't do it. So yeah, I had my invite. Thankfully, I remember my day one. So Saturday, it was a top day one twist. My first 8 rounds. I don't remember them in order, but it was literally just me, Hawk, and Emu. So yeah, and that's kind of it was good for me because that's what I made my deck for.
Yeah.
Mostly for Mihawk because that's the deck I've been super struggling with. Against Emu, I felt like if I just win a dice roll, like my deck could be whatever it is. That's all that matters. Just to see your pieces. But it was really against Mihawk I was worried about because even like me going second, I would still lose like a lot, and I'm like, dang, that's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was those two decks at first, and then round 9 I played against a purple yellow Rosie, really good player. Probably should have lost that game, but I think he messed up on something, and thankfully I took advantage of it. And then round 10 I played the mirror match, and I drew really good, so I got that one too. My only loss that day was to Emu, but it was like super like insanely close, and I went first.
Okay.
I lost by one card, and it was because I whiffed on the Ezo search. So like that one card would have been like the counter because my leader effect is a 2K basically. But yeah, super close game still. So yeah, I went 9-1 after the first day, and then second day, yeah.
Yes. We know how that ended. For the second day, what was going through your mind when you first started the day? Like, were you setting the goal to win, or?
No. So I remember when my goal was to top 32. That was, be honest, that was my only goal I had because I know how many great, amazing players there are at Nats, and for me to even make top 32, I was like super happy, and I was like 8th place I think after day one. So I was like, man, I wish the tournament just would end here. I would get a jumbo Roger and a whole bunch of prizing. I'll be chill. Didn't happen. I guess for good. Thankfully, it didn't happen. So yeah, top 32 happened in my first round. I played against actually the guy that I played round 10, the ace player. I think his name was like Dez or Dev. Really nice guy though, super good player. That game was I won game 1, he won game 2, and then game 3 was rushed because like we were just short on time.
Yeah.
And time rules in One Piece are not the greatest. So like I think he was doing plays that he normally wouldn't do, and I know for sure he wouldn't do. So I went second too. We want to go second in the mirror. So I ended up getting that game 3. My next round top, that would be 16. I played against a Nami player, and I'm like, oh my god, like how is Nami here? Like this is no way. But I guess he's like one of the best Namis, and if not the best Nami in the world, from according to what the judges told me. So I was like, oh man, well this is my run, because I feel like Nami has a super good matchup against me, but like I 2-0'd him. But I think he just drew really bad, to be honest, because like we were talking afterwards, and yeah, I putting him the second game, and it was like auto over and stuff, and yeah, so 2-0'd him. Like I said, really, all these guys are amazing players. Like for them to make it that far, like amazing. My top 8 game was against the 32nd seed Ace. He actually beat the first seed Ace, which I was like, oh wow, that's crazy, because the first seed had like really good text for the mirror. 2-0'd him. I think it was game 1. He didn't see his Atmos, which I saw my curve. So like when you don't see Atmos going first in the mirror, it's like it's almost auto GGs. Like it's bad. And in game 2, I think I saw my one of Atmos, which I guess we'll go through that profile later.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am 2-0 him. And then top 4 happened, and this is like where I'm actually like, oh my god, like if I win one more game, I get to go to Japan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played a purple yellow Rosie, not the same guy that I played in Swiss the day before. But yeah, again, super nice guy, super good player, like insane player, and I, to be honest, I probably should have lost that game. Like I actually should have lost that game. I did a little. So I went to game three. You know, he won he had seeding advantage too. He was like the fifth seed, I think. So he went second the first game. I went second game, and then game three happened, and I bricked super bad, like 2Ks on a Red Rock, and I'm like, wow, this is like it's over. You know, like
Yeah.
GG's. And I went first too. So like drew for turn, drew Garp. I'm like, all right, like this is. Or second turn, I'm sorry. So drew second turn. I played Garp, got a Cavendish, and kind of just kept that Cavendish alive a long time, you know, because it would help me get cards in my hand. And he was, like I said, like super good player. He drew what he needed to draw, and I think he had like one life. I had a Jozu Yamato, and then it was another. I think it might have been a Marco or something, like another 6K body. I forgot what it was. And then my leader, and he had one life, but he had like 9 cards in hand and 2 Don up, and he had there was a card that like gives him like +2, and then another +2, I think, for the whole turn. So I'm like, oh wow, it's over. Like I can't win. Like I have one out and it's pudding, you know.
Yeah.
You know, because he had a huge hand, and me being stupid, you know, I discarded my Garp that same turn when he was like attacking me and stuff, because like didn't think I was being dumb, because that's like another way to get the pudding. So I kind of like left myself like really impossible to draw pudding unless I draw pudding, and I actually drew pudding.
Okay.
Yeah, so like super lucky. Played pudding. He drew like 2K, 1K, and like maybe some nut bricks. It wasn't enough basically. So yeah, I just did math there. Got him. Like I said, shouldn't have won, but the gods were in my favor that day. And then yeah, played finals against Nathan on Purple Dofi, and I knew a little bit about Purple Dofi, not a lot, but I think the matchups was super in my favor. So like it didn't really matter too much. And I saw like 8 or 9 Whitebeards, you know. So like I just kept playing Whitebeards, and that's kind of, you know, helps a lot when you get to play a Whitebeard, a 12K blocker every turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then one.
That was good. That's very good. I know you mentioned the timing in One Piece. Did you play any card games prior to One Piece? And if so, what brought you into One Piece?
Oh man, yeah. So I come from a huge background of card games. I started with Yu-Gi-Oh. That was the first ever card game I played. I watched the anime when I was a little kid. Played Yu-Gi-Oh. Played it until I think I was like 16 or 17. I started when I was like 10, or maybe even younger than that. But I didn't really play. I just collected the cards, you know. So yeah, I did Yu-Gi-Oh at first, and then I switched to like Pokemon for a little bit, and then someone stole my deck. So I'm like, I cried and quit that game. I was sad, and then whatchamacallit, I played Card Fight Vanguard for a long time. That was actually my favorite game. I like that game a lot. Stopped playing that because they did so many reboots with that game. So I'm like, yeah, no, this is not doing good anymore. And then I think after that I switched to Digimon, and I like Digimon a lot. You know, Bandai and stuff. All my friends got into it, and then they ended up leaving for One Piece when One Piece came out. I stood with Digimon. And the main reason why I switched to One Piece is because I think in a Digimon event I got like 5th place, and like I got nothing, like maybe like $100 and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were telling me if you get like 5th place in One Piece, you get a cereal card, you get all this stuff, and it's like thousands of dollars. And I'm like, what the heck? Like I want to do that, you know, like make all that money, like just playing a card game I like. So my friend Jason taught me how to play One Piece, and you know, the rest is history. I'll never look back. I think. Well, I know for sure now One Piece is the best card game I've ever played. I honestly mean that. I love it a lot. I think like the Dawn mechanic is amazing. The card design is amazing. I think One Piece is just definitely the best card game I've ever played.
I think I'm a little biased, but I would have to agree. One Piece is my first card game, and I feel like it's very beginner friendly, and you can just, you know, build off that beginning, you know, foundation, and then just go up with skill level the more that you do it. And I like that there's a lot of different decks out there.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, yeah, the people I've met in this game, like they're my best friends. My speech at the end, I wish I could have went longer, but you know me, we've known each other for a decent while. Yeah, coming from Arizona and everything, like how much I get to play with you guys and everything like that. Just it's crazy. Like me, like literally me, like. Yeah. There's so many amazing players that are way better than me, and I managed to win that. It's just crazy. So
yeah.
I
will say you do work hard. You do practice a lot, and you're a good player, so you deserve it.
Thank
and
you.
we're all proud of you.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. No, it's yeah. I try, with the time that I do get, I do try to play as much as I can and bother all you guys to test play with me. And I know it gets annoying, but I just I thank everybody that has played with me and that I do know here. There's so many names I can shout out right now if I really thought about it, but you know who you are basically. Is what I'm trying to say. To thank you guys, I really appreciate it.
Yeah. What made you pick Ace going into national?
So, the deck before Ace was I played GP Luffy, and that's actually my favorite deck I ever played. I love that leader. I love that deck. It's just I loved it a lot. I knew it wasn't great going in. I wish Nats would have been GP, but now I went with Ace, so I probably can't say that no more. But yeah, I love GP Luffy, and the reason why I did switch is because OP13 came out, and it's like, unless I just didn't want to win, which I do want to win, I had to play Ace, Emu, or probably Zoro. I wasn't a huge fan of Zoro, and I never liked black decks. I don't like Sakazuki, I don't like Emu, Brablucci. I hate black decks because they've always been really good against me. So I was like, oh, Ace seems really fun, and I used to play Shanks, and it's kind of like a better Shanks if you think about it. So yeah, I decided to play Ace, and played Ace since 13 came out, and then once 14 came out, I knew the meta was switching, which was good. It's a really healthy meta. I like it. Even though Ace got a little bit worse because everything getting better, I love the meta and everything. And I didn't want to switch. The deck I would have switched to would have been Mihawk, but I didn't want to switch because I was so comfortable with Ace. I knew a lot. I did a lot of research with it. So I wanted to do or play with something I'm comfortable with, because I feel like I'd rather be comfortable with a deck that's not as good than to play a deck that is really good but to not really know the sequencing and stuff like that. So that
was actually my next question, is that if you didn't play Ace, what deck would you play?
Mihawk for sure. I think
Mihawk is a good choice.
I love the leader art. I love Mihawk. That he's really cool.
I love Mihawk too. When I saw that leader, I was like, it's so good.
That would be the deck for sure.
Yeah, that's good. Have you been to Japan before? Speaking of Worlds? Yes,
I went one time with my friends. I believe I was 21, so this would have been 6 years ago. We went for a week, but it was probably the best week of my life. I love Japan. I love the people. I love the culture, the food. It's amazing, and I wish I could go for longer, but I can't. But I get to go to Japan for free to play a card game that I love with my friends. So that's a dream. Who can say that?
Not a lot of people. I think it's really awesome too. The next time that you go, it's to participate in something not a lot of people get the opportunity to do, and you'll be representing Arizona. You're our third national champion from Arizona.
Crazy.
So way to represent. Bandai, give us a Bandai card store here.
Please.
Do you have any things like a bucket list thing that you want to do while you're there, since all your friends are going?
I want to go to Ichiran Ramen. I love Ichiran Ramen. I buy the ramen actually on Amazon and make it over here. But I love that place, and probably get some. I think over here we call it concha, but I think it's called melon bread over there. But they put ice cream in it. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, super good. If I had time, I would love to go back to Tokyo Disney because we went up there the last time and it was really fun. But I'm just not sure if I have the time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's a lot to fit in.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna fly me out there Wednesday, but technically we lose a day, so I'll get there Thursday.
Okay.
And then jet lag and everything, and then I think they want to interview me and stuff. They were saying I haven't gotten the email yet. They sent me an email telling me everything's gonna happen. But yeah, it's all gonna happen really fast. But I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm never gonna take this for granted ever. It's surreal still to now me talking to you about me being a Nats winner.
It's so exciting.
It's me, Paulie, a Nats winner. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome, and we're so excited. You have to take lots of pictures when you go there.
I definitely will.
We'll go over your deck list next. So we're gonna go over your deck list for Ace.
All right. So I used 4 Whitebeard. I think that's pretty standard. One of the best cards in the deck, and you really want it for your 8th Dawn turn with the I Am Whitebeard. I'm on 1 Roger. I think Roger was only really used right now against Emu. But you have to use it because it's your win con versus that deck. Against the mirror, I always play around Roger, so it never really comes up. But yeah, I think it's in here mostly for the Emu matchup, and I guess sometimes you can surprise people. They have blockers and stuff. But yeah, mostly for Emu. And then I'm on the 1 9-beard. I did want to do 2 9-beards, but the deck space was so tight for me. But I did need to. 9-beard has to be in here for that Emu matchup, especially if I do have to go first, because you know he helps stall the game out longer, so I can get the bodies established to win, if possible. But Emu, like I said, going first is just really hard, so it probably doesn't work anyway. But the 9-beard is still definitely necessary because of that reasoning, and against like other decks too. Like it helped. It actually won me a game versus Mihawk, to be honest, being an AK leader, just to survive a little bit longer. Oh, that's the big guys. And then I think let's do next. We got Marco's. I'm on 4 Marco. I think before I was on 3 Marco, and then I was on with next Herbie Cavendish. I was on 3 Cavendish, but for me going into this tournament, I told myself, if I hopefully get to win some dice rolls and I do go second, I need to see a 4 Dawn card. I felt like if I missed my curve at all with Ace, especially with the other decks being so like amazing, I just ought to lose on the spot. So I wanted to make sure that I gave myself a good amount of options to not miss curve. I think 3/3 is fine. But if I got like an EZO search and like this was like a Cavendish, for example, I can't search it. So that's why I went with the 4 Marco and the 2 Cavendish. But both cards did amazing today. Or that day, Cavendish was great just to get more cards in my hand and to cycle out.
It's a good filter.
Yes, 100%. 1 Atmos. So this was a big controversial thing. I didn't want to be at 1 Atmos. I actually had 2 Atmos in my deck, literally like right before I registered my deck list. But you'll see why. I'll explain later why I did put it to 1. But I do agree that this card should be a 2 of, because I think it's very necessary in the mirror, especially if you go first. And I guess it's really good against the purple yellow rosy deck that I didn't know until now, because I just never played that deck really. But Atmos is great. I put it to 1 because I was like, oh, it's not good against Mihawk, and it's not really good against, it doesn't do nothing against Emu. Against Boa it was good. It's good. Thankfully I didn't play no Boas at all. Thankfully. I don't like that deck at all. But yeah.
As a Boa lover,
yeah, right.
Sad to hear.
I know, I do not like Boas. Super hard for me. But Atmos is good against Boa to get rid of the blocker Boas and just, other stuff too. But yeah, no, definitely should be a 2 of. I don't know what I would cut, to be honest. Like maybe a 2K. But yeah. For Jozu, Jozu, it speaks for himself. Like everybody knows this card's insane. Like it's one of the best cards in the deck by far. I was really dumb. I thought about putting him to 3 because I was like, oh, he's so slow, but that's the dumbest thing. Don't ever put Jozu to 3. This card is amazing. It's the mirror match is a Jozu war, as a lot of people know. Against Emu, like if I go first, then I really want to play Jozu on my, it's like 7 Dawn turn, I want to say, because like they can't get rid of it. So like when I go into 9 Dawn, at least I have a body on board still. And he can bounce back the Searchers. Just have to hope I don't get punished with the Shirahoshi, but the games I did play, a lot of people didn't have the Shirahoshi. At least multiple. They had like 1, but I still had a Searcher out. But yeah, Jozu's amazing. Like really, really good. Especially like if Mihawk uses the Perona and stun stuff, I can Jozu it away, so I get the board advantage back. Like I said, mirror. It's needed in mirror, and against Boa, against Gorgon Sisters, he gets rid of Gorgon Sisters. So you have to use for Jozu. For Yamato, I think another amazing card in the deck, especially like if I'm playing a mirror and I get pudding and I can draw into Yamato, it helps, it's a +1 with a Dawn to leader. Against Emu, this is the card I want to play on my 6th Dawn turn if I go second, because it's just more cards in my hand. Yeah, I think Yamato kind of speaks for itself. It's really good. Like, draw power is insane, especially when the deck draws a lot already. 2 pudding. So the reason why Atmos was at a 2 of is because this was at a 1 of. And talking to a really good friend of mine that I will give him a shout out later, he told me to put pudding to 2, and I 100% agreed. Because pudding just wins games. I think this card should be banned, even though I play it. Yeah. I think it's just way too strong, and I've always hated pudding from playing like other decks. But it won me my top 4 game. Like I said, it's ban worthy for that reason. That guy had every right to beat me if it wasn't for pudding. But yeah, I use it as a 2 of because I just thought against Mihawk having such a big hand, sometimes you really have to putting them away. In the mirror, it's a staple that you want to see a pudding, especially going second on your 10 Dawn. You can Jozu putting them and completely reset their hand, and it's just, unless they draw like a counter Jozu pudding, then you kind of just auto win on the spot. Yeah, I think the card speaks for itself, right?
Yes.
So we got some 2Ks. I think I put these in order because these are like my searchers, basically. So I got 4 Tama, 4 Garp, and 4 Ezo. I think this is like super staple. I was using the red Ezo actually I saw the top 8 guy I played was using red Ezo too, and I agree that it's really good. And I thought of, I played it even like a week beforehand. I was going to play red Ezo, but I think the filters is so much needed, and it's crazy because it's only one card, and you wouldn't think the one card filter would matter, but it does, and it's insane to me that it does. But that was the only reason why I was thinking about the red Ezos, because this card can't trade into their searchers. Yeah, because these are zeros. It just sucks. You have to like don these up just to hit, right?
Yeah.
So like Garp would be definitely the best searcher against Mihawk if I saw it, or if hopefully I saw it. But yeah, I think that's pretty standard. I don't think the red Ezo is bad though. I definitely tried it out and I think it's good. It's just I like the filter. And then some more 2Ks. I got 2 Utsa, 2 Jozu, and 2 of the Ace Sabo and Luffy. Ace Sabo and Luffy was really meant for Mihawk. I think I may have used it once against the Mihawk. I'm not sure really how good this card is versus them. Like you can make Tashiki like if they use the effect of 5k and give it Dawn to leader, but like it costs 2 Dawn. I think if I made any changes going forward, I probably would take this out for just 2 more Jozus because it's searchable by Ezo and Garp, just in case I need to like search for a 2k. But like it wasn't bad. I think I used this against a Mihawk player that's really good. His name is Alex. I don't know his last name, but super good player, multiple tops. That game was super back and forth. If he saw like I think it was like a 5-drop Bonnie, the one that stuns a Dawn on the 6 to 7 Dawn turn to stop my Iron Whitebeard play, I just lose on the spot. But he didn't. I think he bomb decked 3 of them with a searcher. I forgot what it was. But yeah, super fortunate there. But yeah, I think I minus 3k to his Tashiki because it was only 6. He didn't do the effect. And then I had the 9-drop Whitebeard against him, so I got to like give 2 Dawn, attack into one, and pop the other one, and just made the game go on longer than he wanted it to go on. But yeah, that game was insane. Like super good player. Yeah. Sorry, I talk too much, guys. I know.
No, this is good. I think people appreciate the scenarios because, like you were saying, you didn't see or get to practice against some decks, and that happens at locals. So
yeah, no.
Getting that secondhand experience through yours is pretty good.
Yeah. I like to give like my scenarios basically of everything that's going on. But yeah, so I was on 2 round table. I used to be on 1 round table, but I felt like I said, Mihawk was like a big vocal point for me that I didn't want to lose the Mihawk matchup, especially if I went second, because I want to go second and I don't want to lose to a deck that I win the dice roll against, right? So I was on 2 round table, and it's so hard making room because this card literally won me so many of my Mihawk games. Like it's insane. It's insane. Round table is so good against that deck. I think it was round 3. I played against a guy called like Emu, something like that. It was like Emill. If he watches this video, hi. Sorry for butchering your name. But I completely, there was another turn I butchered. I had this in Red Rock next card. This in Red Rock against him, and he had a Shanks and a Mihawk, and I'm like, oh, I can board wipe him like super easily. But he had like 9 cards in hand, and he was gonna stay at 1 life. There's no way I get rid of his 1 life that turn, even with my 12 beard. Like this is no way. And the play I did do was the round table Red Rock play to get rid of his board and attacked his life, got rid of some cards in his hand. But I didn't play around Law and Beppo, and with like a 9 card hand, there's like, what is it, like a 80, like almost 100% chance they should have a Law and Beppo. Thankfully he didn't. So like I forgot what his counter turn was, but I just putting him and went for game the next turn because he still had like a 7-8 card hand after that. The play I should have done was round table to Mihawk and then put him in that 5 card hand, get rid of Mihawk super easily, and then with such a low hand, like I can threaten lethal. I could probably try to kill the Shanks with my 12 Newgate because it's like already 11k. So like if he didn't draw like the plus 4k event counter, it just clears it. That was the better play to do, but I think the gods were just on my side that day because yeah, so super lucky. And then last card for Whitebeard. I am Whitebeards. Yeah, I think this card's 4 of any ace deck. You want to see this on your 8th on turn with the Newgate. I think it's your best turn by far. Compared to everything else. Even taking the life is really important in a lot of matchups, especially against, like, my opinion, Mihawk and Emu, especially Emu. But I would take it against Mihawk a lot too, because if I couldn't clear their board, then I would have to become a super high leader, so like they wouldn't, like, you know, hurt me back. But yeah, that's my deck list.
It's pretty good. If you were to play in Worlds tomorrow, would you make any changes to your deck?
Tomorrow Worlds, I would really want to try to fit in a second Atmos, because I think we're playing the EBO3 format with 14. So I know Boa gets the Nami, and then OP11 Nami gets really good with their Nami, right? And then the Robin. I'm not sure what else. I have to do a lot more research, guys. I haven't done so much research yet. You know, we're just like, what is today? Wednesday? We're like a couple days away, or a couple of days from NASA just happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would take out yet, but I definitely want to fit in a second Atmos. So like I would probably have to be a round table, but like I feel like Mihawk's gonna be well represented at Worlds, so I might need to keep the round table in. But yeah, to answer your question, I just don't know just yet.
Yeah, fair enough. You mentioned that you avoided Boas. Is that a matchup that you're concerned about, or do you feel like you had a lot of practice prior?
It was, to answer your question, both. I was very concerned about it, and I had a lot of matchup knowledge prior. It's just, you know how Boa is, right? Like if you hit the triggers, it kind of just sucks. Like even if you don't stack a Gorgon Sisters and I attack you first life as Gorgon Sisters, I think with Ace you might auto lose on the spot. So with me, if I was gonna play that matchup, I would wait until I had like a way to like bounce it away just in case. But then if you take too long in that matchup, then you lose to the 9-drop Boa. If they just draw a lot of them, you just lose, you know, no matter what. Even if that Red Rocket away, you just see another one. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that matchup was something I did not want to see, and I am very fortunate to not see it, because, you know, it's not even like a 50-50. It's probably like, I think they're like 60-40 for them. Yeah. Even going first and second, it's just hard. Like, that matchup just sucks. And I hate yellow. I used to play yellow. That was like my favorite deck, and now I'm very... I despise yellow.
Yeah, I remember when you played NL.
Yeah, that was I loved NL. And then I could see.
You'd always get good cards.
I know
too.
I know. I can see
like
why people hated me.
He's notorious for top decking.
Yes, yeah.
All of his bottom lives were never disappeared.
Beiji, zero cost. Yeah. So I get why people didn't like yellow, and I am in that boat now.
Well, thank you for sharing the deck list, and we'll take a look at your pricing. All right, so we're going to take a look at your pricing from the National Championship. So we'll start with the bottom first.
Yes. So yeah, got these, what is these, the event packs. So like we get these for entering. I think we got 2 of them, but I think for winning I got 14 event packs, and they're pretty good because it has all these cards in it, which are the best ones, like Zoro, Nami. I think Shanks is not too bad, and Chopper. Yeah, got 14 of these things. I got some celebration packs. I'm not too sure what's in this one. I know like the pudding's in there, and then there's like an ace. Yeah, so I'm not too familiar with this one too much. There's no puddings in there. That's like probably the best one. I got some top player packs, which I think is the same cards you get out of these ones up here. I think it's like Bonnie, Koala, Stronger, Sora, and then I forgot the other one, the last one. Then we go to the next row. I actually opened, these were finalist packs. So like these cards are actually textured, so that makes the prices very, very crazy. And I opened them. I think I got 10 of them, and I pretty much pulled 2 sets of them. So I got 2 Zoros, 2 Namis, 2 Limbs, 2 Shanks, 3 Carrots, 2 Utis, 4 Chopper, and then 3 Koala. So that was pretty cool to get 2 sets completed of that one. I got my Jumbo Roger. For getting, I think this was top 8 at the event. Haven't opened it, don't want to open it. Top 16 was actually this playmat that you guys have been seeing. I hope you guys have seen it a decent amount. It's really nice playmat. Top 4 onwards, we got these finalist packs. So I got 4 of these ones. I think this was given to, don't quote me, I think it's 3rd, 2nd, and 1st get these finalist packs. And it's basically the stuff you get in the top player pack, but it's the full set. So as you can see, it's more than just the 1 card. So yeah, you get the full set, and then the big ones, we got the champion packs. And you actually only get this for winning nets, which I didn't know. I thought 1st, 2nd, and 3rd got these. But no, you can actually only get the champion for being the champion. And thankfully, I won. So I got 6 of these bad boys right here. Same thing as in this one, this says champion, so it makes it a lot more rare because I think there's probably less than 20 or 24 in the world, and I have 6 of them. Don't quote me, please. I don't know the exact. I know it's very low. It's a very low pop of these packs, and I have 6.
Awesome.
And then for winning the event, I got my Zoro right here, the champion Zoro, which was amazing. Never thought I would actually have this card. And I got my trophy that says, One Piece champion on it.
Very nice.
Oh, I got these like Uta sleeves too. Uta sleeves too. It's like 10 of them. It's not really anything crazy, but yeah.
Oh, they are really cute.
Yeah.
I like her. These ones like that. And then
but I think that was.
these.
I think that's everything that I got for the top. For topping. But yeah.
It's a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah, no, crazy.
I love
yeah.
the chopper.
I know, all
of
textured.
course.
It's crazy. I know, like, these cards, if you grade them in, like, a PSA 10 are, like, an insane amount of money. I'm very...
It's just so cool to have, too.
Very fortunate to have any of this, Never... Still don't take this for granted, what I did.
I think you're still in the initial stage of being in shock.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm the NA champ, I get to represent you guys at the World, so that's amazing. It's an honor, to be honest.
Guys, well, thank you for watching this video. Before we end, Polly, do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Yes, multiple shout outs, hopefully. Sorry if it takes a while. So I think 4 more, or first of all, I just want to shout out all my friends, you guys included, everyone that I played, everyone that knows me, there's so many names, I couldn't go down and say all these names, but if you guys know who you are, if you guys play me, you guys see me on a regular basis and stuff and text me and talk to me, thank you. I same person, same Polly, as you guys know. I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me, and times you guys played me and times we talk about One Piece. It's like, you know who you are, so just thank you. To my teammates, my best friends, these ones I probably shout out in person: Jason, Dom, Michael, Paul, Wicho, Luis, Angel, Eric, Matt or Mike, the other Mike. I'm gonna miss somebody's name. He's really mad at me. Yeah, my teammates. I got everybody. Yeah.
I feel like you did.
I think I'm pretty sure I got everybody.
List,
yeah, right.
I feel like. You did.
Yeah. I love you guys. More than you guys know. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have played One Piece. Like I said, Jason got me into the game. Taught me how to play, and the rest is history. Another shout out to Jonas Abraham, the first Nats winner. I bothered you a lot, and I am sorry for bothering you so much, but I love picking your brain because you're probably the greatest player I've ever met. So thank you for teaching me. Shout out to Clay Hill. He's the one that told me to play the second put-in the day before, and like I said, who knows, it was the second one that won me the game, but having the second copy definitely was better than not having it. So I will say thank you as well to Clay Hill. He's an amazing player. Man, he's gonna win a Nats for sure someday. Like, this is no way he's not gonna win. He's a way better player than me. Both those guys by far. I think that's. Oh, shout out to my girlfriend. Hi babe, thank you for when I went on Valentine's Day. She wasn't mad. And now she understands how crazy One Piece is, so she's 100% on board with everything that I do with One Piece included. So shout out to her. I love her so much. She supports me with everything.
She's supporting you from afar.
Yeah. So when she sees this,
she keeps you humble.
I know
too.
She was upset that I didn't shout her out at the stage, but so much stuff was going on through my mind, and it's just crazy. But yeah, shout out to everyone that I just said. I really love you. Love everybody. Thank you so much. Couldn't have done this without you guys. It's like I said in the presentation, or like when they were interviewing me on stage, it's not just my trophy, it's our trophy, because I wouldn't have done this without them, without everybody here, without you guys. It's life-changing, it's still surreal, and it's amazing, like just honestly amazing.
That's awesome. Well, we love you back, and we're always here to support you, and we're going to be cheering you on in Japan when you're in Japan.
I hope fingers crossed we do decent, but still just going to Japan and representing NA is a amazing feat itself that I never thought I would do. Just something I always dreamed about, fantasized in my head. This being able to go to Japan and I win a card game, any card game, I get to go to Japan and play it and represent. You know, it's a crazy.
It's
crazy.
coming up.
Yeah,
It'll be here before
I know.
You know it.
Under a month.
Yeah. Are you planning on selling any of your prizing?
Yes. So I think everything besides the Zoro and then the trophy and the playmat are for sale. If anybody wants to comment or hit me up on my links will be of my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok will be in the video.
Yes,
You guys,
I'll
please.
post those at the end.
Yeah, please hit me up if you guys would like anything. I am definitely trying to sell stuff. You know, just to have some nice pocket money, you know, and stuff. Oh, the jumbo card too is also for sale.
Oh,
you know, if you guys want the jumbo card,
it's hidden,
please.
but it's for sale.
Please. But yeah, that stuff for sure.
Alright.
And yeah.
Do you think that you would possibly coach in the future?
Yes. I do want to start coaching. I'm a good player. I don't think I'm amazing as the people that I've said, but I am a good player. I do know Ace very well, so if you wanted to like get better with Ace, I could definitely help you, or just better with like numbers and stuff. I could definitely help with that. I'm really good with numbers. Don't know when it would start or when I would start coaching, or I could see interest maybe if someone wants to, you know, if a lot of people say yes, you know, maybe I'll go a lot faster. But yeah, like I said, I'll try my best to help. You know, I love helping. I used to be a tutor, so I was already a teacher before. But it's I definitely do want to start the coaching, you know, eventually.
Reach out to him if you want help.
Yes. Hopefully after Worlds happens, I'm gonna be I'll have a lot more free time and stuff. But One Piece it's crazy because even like before Worlds, we have the Red Bull event that's happening. I'm in that, and then I hope I can get top 2 in that one because then they fly me out to Milwaukee to play, and that's the pricing there is also insane. You know, you win a Serial Zoro. But yeah, One Piece is, man, it's crazy.
I
This
know,
game.
That event looks so cool. I'm really
Insane.
sad that I couldn't get in.
Yeah,
but I'll be
there.
cheering you on too.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on the channel and doing an interview. And like, follow, comment. Thanks, guys.